ça. Ça c'est beau, baby.
The health status of mothers and children in sub-Saharan Africa has always been an object of intense public debate. In recent decades, modest progress has been made globally in reducing maternal, newborn, and child deaths. However, the prevailing child and maternal mortality rates remain worryingly high. 800 women continue to die daily. In 2013, more than 6 million children died before reaching their 5th birthday. In West Africa, with the exception of Cape Verde, available scientific evidence puts the average maternal mortality rate in 14 of the region's countries at 300 deaths per 100,000 births. Half of the region's countries posts a combined neonatal mortality rate of a little higher than 30 children per 1,000 births. As to the reasons underpinning the prevailing situation, opinions differ.
Nous sommes en insuffisance de matériel technique. Vu la fréquentation de la formation sanitaire, il y a les problèmes de tensiomètre. C'est la salle d'accouchement. Et nous continuons toujours à faire des accouchements sur les tables à béton. Vous avez constaté, même s'il y a coupure, ce sont les bougies qu'on utilise avec des torches. Il y a les problèmes de pèse-personnes, les tables gynécologiques, il y en a, mais ça s'use vite. Pour l'examen des femmes, vous avez vu ce que nous utilisons pour écouter le bruit du cœur des enfants, des fœtus. C'est avec le stéthoscope de Pinard. Maintenant, ça s'est dépassé.
Most expectant mothers still believe there are barriers which limit their access to quality health services.
C'est pas la consultation prénatale là même qui est payante. Les comprimés pour le palu là, on nous donne ça gratuit. Mais les autres là, comme les examens complémentaires, les échographies là, c'est ça qui est cher.
Professor Isiaka Sombie is a research officer at the West African Health Organization. He says, beyond dealing with infrastructures and human resources challenges, interventions aiming to achieve positive health outcomes for mothers, newborn, and children would have to travel a new pathway.
We just have to do away with intervention done on the guesstimate basis. Without having networks of researchers, it will be difficult to use research information to shape policy and even place maternal and child health issues on the policy agenda. Increased use of research-generated evidence should be the norm in developing and implementing maternal and child health programs.
The newly launched Innovating for Maternal and Child Health in Africa program, IMCHA, portends hope.
Why do we talk about health systems? You can think of health systems as what we call a common pool resource. It's something we all share, whether you're running a malaria program, a maternal and newborn child program, or research. It is a base.
It seeks to address existing critical knowledge gaps through a collaborative effort involving 20 implementing research teams. The 7-year program is funded at a cost of 36 million Canadian dollars by the Foreign Affairs, Trade and Development Canada, the Canadian Institutes of Health Research, and Canada's International Development Research Centre, IDRC, and was launched at the Southern Sun Hotel in Nairobi, Kenya. Under the new initiative, the West African Health Organization WOW has been selected to join the Nairobi-based African Population and Health Center APHRC as key grantee regional health policy and research organizations to execute two separate projects. WOW will now execute the Moving Maternal, Newborn and Child Evidence into Policy project, otherwise known as MEP, whose goal is to promote the uptake of research findings so that they influence national and regional policies and practices to prevent needless maternal, newborn, and child deaths in the ECOWAS region. Scheduled to last 68 months, the MEP project has a regional dimension and gathers 7 implementing research teams, IRTs, spanning across Benin Republic, Burkina Faso, Ghana, Mali, Nigeria, and Senegal.
These cases, of course, based on the health centers, then we were able to go through each of these cases that have been selected.
The market event, organized during the Nairobi Inception Workshop in April 2015, afforded approximately 20 implementing research teams from East and West Africa to showcase the merits of their projects. At the event, 2 research projects have particularly caught our attention for their innovativeness and potential in significantly reducing maternal mortality in West Africa.
So what we intend to do then is to have, as part of this research, to go and see what actually currently happens in those clinics. Why are women with perinatal depression not identified? What are the organizational issues? What are the clinical issues in terms of being too busy, in terms of having no time and all of that, apart from having no skill? So, and then try and see how many of those women are actually currently identified. We know from experience that sometimes less than 1%, sometimes 0. We will then recruit some women who are depressed but who have not been identified by nurses and follow them up to see the impact or the outcome of depression that has not been identified, that has not been treated, to see the impact on the mother and on the infants.
Dr. Samba Kossa is a policymaker from Senegal. He is joining other researchers from Benin Republic and Canada to work on the SBC project.
Comme au Sénégal, dans le cadre de la prise en charge de 2 facteurs que sont l'hémorragie postpartum et l'asphyxie néonatale. Parce que c'était des problèmes de santé qui étaient pris au niveau supérieur
du ministère de la Santé et de l'Action sociale du Sénégal.
Nous allons essayer d'évaluer tous les mécanismes pour envisager une mise à l'échelle. Si toutefois, en tout cas, le travail nous donne des résultats probants.
At the West African Health Organization, promotion of evidence through research is a key intervention for us because it's help in our decision-making process for the development of our future intervention. This is why research and production of evidence is part of our priority program as we are moving currently toward the development of our strategic plan for the period 2016-2020.
And now, away from the rhetoric. We must not forget far-flung communities like this one. where inhabitants daily grapple with inequity in the distribution of healthcare facilities and skilled manpower. Here is the true testing ground for MEP projects' effectiveness. Its success in the end must translate into a rekindled hope of healthier lives for mothers and children in such communities where the need is greatest.